We had a very frank and full discussion, and I'm more satisfied as to the interpretation, at any rate, of some of the things that worried me before the meeting. I'm more satisfied after the meeting than I was before. After the agreement, the discussions, as you people know, started about a week ago, or more than a week ago. They were held several times, and discussions went on. I do not know exactly as yet how they ended, but I mean, this is not an end, but there are some things that have to be implemented immediately on both sides. We are prepared to implement our part. They have to implement their part, which is especially connected with the question from Egypt and Syria is the implementation of the Geneva Convention. But according to the ceasefire agreement, we have to do something, and simultaneously the question of prisoners of war has to be solved. First, of course, the wounded lists of all the prisoners of war so that we know who are there, and the transfer of prisoners of war. We are prepared. We have about between 7,500 to 8,000 prisoners of war. Egypt has about 380. I say about because we don't know whether some of those men that are listed missing, are they prisoners of war in Egypt and alive, or are they not? Therefore, we cannot know the exact figure until the lists are presented to us, as they should be, through the Red Cross. We have presented the lists of thousands of prisoners of war. We are worried about them, and we are especially distressed about our prisoners of war in Syria. Syria has a very, very bad record, to put it gently, in treatment of our prisoners of war. From them, too, we have received no lists. The Red Cross, maybe something happened yesterday, but until then, the Red Cross was not allowed to see the wounded, are not allowed to see the other prisoners of war. No lists have been presented. The situation in Syria is extremely, extremely dangerous, and there's a feeling in the country, with good reasons, of anxiety for the very life of each man that is there. I'm sure that many of those that were taken as prisoners of war are not alive anymore.